long shore. Nilo chutapatu Nantoi shasiri lama tuba Tabetene tanchu Nantoi shasiri lama tuba Tabetene tanchu Amkwe chempo kusai shinu Shitebini tozi Jao shepalama Senge kyahama beneta tretongi Keche mi malosho Senge kyahama beneta tretongi Keche mi malosho
Gemgo Chimbuchoki, Koba, Tonda Rimbuchela, Kuja Nyudu, Pibetoni, Tiri, Pemiran Gelan Ting, Tujurewa, Tudren the Debetoni, Zego, Drunguzovo, Ranshun Kuzap Tunju, Konangachu, Zebegi, Aninganzu Tamshin and a content number down, Mimanda, Pudun Capio number Tamala, Suzumuni, Jig Maranzu Debe, Longo Tujurenga Nalola. Jada maybe logu rangshin debe nimodila number tamala samdi da dache nge ngone tomegi chashi nalola pemema judugi songdin ma number zo nyensen shuna samso imbana songdin di ta sholengas to tuze mangu shu tanggo de this da di ngone a ji jelang zo thagena shaji number zo chogjin shue da ta diri kan de ngzo zonggo de number chami kenggo yore debe longu tukju renge nalola ngarang zogi mizi 미소소기 게르기 로규시와네 게럽 로규시나 지속 내단 차원에 먼저 제단 매베 니무 차데레 딘디 임베 차네 넘버 참마 드리기 니무디 안치 계지 던제시지 패바델라 소송원이 ngaw주다 제수량 쉬어가다 마오바이나디 무트니 간족이 경경연달 갱근디 러버 쉬고요 데다 다체 당 언제 참미 킹교요레 대베 간조 로 tuk지량아 로 딘주 나로라 간조 망보지다 소소 랑유 샤제 미율레체 Mazoki chik soso mize nalola kadu chik rabda rimba mambu nyoyore ngaranzu senju chizo nalola ngaranzu tuze gyube toni ngazoki tachi nyamnyu mambu sadere kantar doni shubayna ngazo peba pemi kyabjo ba 대한 진노 konsi gemgu chimbu choki dujada kongi junju yebadi ngazo jada mebachi ngazo tengoyete kechumur sambudu
Pemi yonki gonjap lana mebe uti chino konson kyangwan chom chola ya kosum kuja mundu tangwe tone antarinde New York tongkerla pemi rawan gyalang sumju tudin teng tukju renge be zegol to ani kasha ki tamshe de NYNJ dokjang shu chochi daring ni chilo 직동급 양압중 말고로 벽이 개살하ser 최순 페미츠 변조 야마게 좁죠라 먹고기 레고 시가쳐와 빼대 밀로 tuk주랑아코베 투데 니모 인라 실로 직동급야 개주 개변네 로소 토마르 하서 시고충와 직동급야 개주 개고로 나와서 배생아년 야숑기 작별 팀시 담대 밀로 숨주 섭시 송아 학 두기 여바탕 칠로 니동게 로페 사견 용수 사지 시고쯤에 중에 롱어 주주 코베 두지강 인라 칠로 니동구로네 송 타버 페라 라완체 랑루 메세 동게 야당 앞중 앞중 셰소 중화 여바체 야숑기 왕셰 장는 워 르소 쇼르베 파워 파모 남 제수 템베 고네 초som 야와 야조 모면 스텝다 다당 야숑기 제원도 나주 용신베 근단 남라 동생 냠게 주교인다 인지나리아 칭이 주초치. Today we commemorate March 10, 1959, the 65th anniversary of Tibetan National Uprising Day, when the Tibetan people rose up against the Chinese occupation. Ordinary Tibetan people formed walls upon walls of human bodies around the Nuvalinga Palace to protect His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who symbolizes the heart and soul of the Tibetan nation. Today, we honor the courage and sacrifices of all those Tibetans who fought for freedom and liberty. Today, we are gathered here to express our solidarity with the Tibetan people inside Tibet who continue to resist and struggle for their birthright to live with freedom and dignity. And we are gathered here to affirm that their sacrifices and sufferings will never be in vain. For the third year in running, Freedom House has listed Tibet as the least free country. Why is the CCP so insecure about Tibet that it has virtually locked down Tibet? It's precisely because China has no legitimacy over its rule in Tibet. We are gathered here to send a simple message to the CCP that although it militarily, politically, and economically controlled Tibet, it will never be able to control the hearts and minds of the Tibetan people. For every Tibetans who have self-immolated and sacrificed their lives for Tibet's freedom and dignity, there are countless Tibetans inside Tibet who have chosen the life-affirming path to defend their way of life, preserve their language, and protect the environment. Their determination and spirit remains ever steadfast. Today, PRC is using the worst colonial practices of the 19th and 20th century to take away Tibetan children from their parents and put them up in colonial boarding-style schools. But China's attempt to eradicate Tibetan national identity will never succeed. Because of CCP's disinformation and consistent propaganda, some people may think that China has the right to govern Tibet as it sees fit, and that Tibetan issue is an internal affair of China. But the fact is that Tibet was independent until 1950, when China invaded and occupied Tibet. The Tibetan people have never accepted China's rule and will continue to resist until we restore Tibet's freedom. Under international law, like every people, the Tibetan people have a legitimate claim to self-determination and deserve to have a say in their own future. So as we gathered here near the United Nations headquarters, we call on the international community to stand with Tibet and to call out the PRC for its blatant disregard of Tibetans' fundamental rights. We demand that China ends its illegal occupation and colonization of Tibet and engage in meaningful dialogue with the Dalai Lama and the democratically elected political leadership of Tibet to resolve the Tibet issue peacefully and democratically. Tibet was never part of China and never will be part of China. Thank you. Begalo.
Tomertela Jayinori Kutun Tonturumbuchela Kushangon Tongoni Ani that dela chet chipjik chami masu pardon concept onchut zujivi ne tatanan di godu nangking go sokpa jag sotu chamala ani terang samchi tutin thang tikchirenga ba 도스기 차차 어르강니 고두슈에 때라 냥 토파니 투지체 때당 냠트 아니 다 자치 마몽 시오 몽보지 데란 좀샤 틴두 잠바나가 참마 다시르진네 리카데 텐디요르데 섬지 투테나 까친 돈친즈데 디 차창도스기데 디 ngaso doksa chigdchi peptabadela ngai nyang thapani chamala tujiche yin
Human rights in Tibet! Human rights in Tibet!
China out of Tibet now! Free, free, free Tibet! Free, free, free Tibet! Free, free, free Tibet! Free, free!
One minute silence to the brave Tibetan brothers and sisters who have sacrificed their life for free Tibet.
Let's open our mouth.